Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking and teaching you all about some healthy living habits. Alright, so let's talk about why our health is so important. Our health is important for a couple of reasons. One, it gives us more energy so that we can do more throughout the day. It keeps us in a better mood so that we're not throwing tantrums and stuff like that. It keeps our body healthy so that we're able to do more and be more active. It helps with our memory so we can remember when our teachers tell us to do homework. And there's so many more things that it can help. There are a couple steps we can do to get there, but these are the most important: healthy eating and exercise. The first step in living a healthy lifestyle is eating healthy. So, eating healthy helps us maintain our weight so we're not over or underweight. It helps our immune system, which is what helps us fight off sicknesses and stuff like that. It helps our mindset so we're in a good mood. It helps our energy levels so that we're able to do more throughout the day. And all this is done just from fixing our diet. Now that I've talked to you about how it helps to eat healthy, let's talk about what exactly you're supposed to eat. So, there are five major food groups: there are fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy, and protein foods. Each one of these food groups is very important to your diet, and you should try and incorporate every single one of them into your day. All right, let's talk about our first major food group, which is fruit. There are many different kinds of fruits, and each one of them has their own vitamins and minerals that can be different from one another. But most of them have a lot of potassium, dietary fiber, vitamin C, and folate. So the major one in there is potassium. Potassium helps keep water in our bodies and helps it move throughout our bodies so that every part of our body can get the water that it needs. It's recommended that you eat at least 1 to 2 cups of fruit per day. That is just for the average person, and each person is different. Like for me, I should probably eat more fruit than a 7-year-old. Some good examples of good fruits to eat are oranges, apples, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, and there's so many more. Our next major food group is vegetables, everybody's favorite. Vegetables are high in nutrition and high in fiber. They have more things like potassium, folate, and now they have added vitamin A and vitamin C. There's all sorts of different things, and it also depends on what vegetables you eat. The recommended amount that you eat per day is 1 to 3 cups. Remember that this is just for the average child. Here's a couple of options like spinach, broccoli, carrots, peas. There's a ton of variety, and they can all help you. Our next major food group is grains. Like vegetables, grains have tons of different nutrients and fibers. The fiber is the most important part in grains. That's what helps move the food through your body. A lot of these different vitamins and minerals help give you energy and help you move. They help your muscles and they help your mind. There's all sorts of benefits. It's recommended that you eat 3 to 8 ounces of grains a day. It's important to remember that this is just for the average person and that it changes from each person. Some good options for grains include bread, especially whole grain bread, oatmeal and oats, and then all sorts of rice. Our next major food group is dairy. Dairy helps the body in a ton of different ways. It can help your bones and your teeth, and there's other nutrients in dairy that our body uses to move. The big one in there is calcium, vitamin D, vitamin A. Calcium is responsible for helping your bone and teeth so they can be stronger. Magnesium and zinc help you move and they help your immune. And there's even some protein in there, which is what we're going to talk about with our next major food group. Our last major food group is protein foods. Protein is super, super important when it comes to helping our muscles. They help our muscles, skin, they help other cells in our body grow, and in all, they just keep us healthy. A lot of people get confused with protein foods for meat. Meat isn't the only type of protein, but it is a very, very high protein option. It's recommended that you eat 2 to 6.5 ounces a day of protein. And again, like all of our other food groups, it's important to know that this is just for the average person and that it differs from each person. With protein, you should be careful about which ones you're choosing because some are higher in fat content, which is worse for your body. But a good option like chicken is very lean and doesn't have much fat. Lean beef, fish is a very, very high protein option, and pork is really good as well. Moving away from meat, there's beans and nuts. In nuts, there's almonds and cashews, which are very high protein. These are just to show you that meat doesn't have to be your only form of protein, that there's tons of different ways you can get it, and that you should always try and include it in your diet. The website choosemyplate.gov is going to give you a lot more information about what kind of foods you can eat and what you should be eating and how much of it. It's important to get all 5 groups into your diets because it helps your mood, your muscles, your height, your strength. There's so many different things that eating healthy can help with. Exercise is our next step into living a healthier life. That is just as important as eating healthy. It boosts our energy levels too. It builds our strength, our endurance, which our endurance is how much we can run or how much we can do. It helps our immune system so that we can prevent ourselves from getting sick, or if we do get sick, it's not as bad. There's so many different ways to exercise, and there's so many different ways that you can make it fun. Kids should be exercising at least 60 minutes a day or more. You guys should mostly be doing cardio, like running or chasing, so like playing tag and stuff like that. You can ride your bike, you can go meet up with friends and ride your bike. Jump rope is super fun. You don't have to play just by yourself, you can play in a group. There's tons of different sports like basketball and football that you can get a ton of different people to play and that you can all have fun and be active and do your cardio and get that 60 minutes a day that you need. Now that you know about what you should be eating and how much you should be eating and the amount of exercise you should be getting a day, it's important just to try your best to keep up with not only yourself, but try to challenge your friends and family to do the same. You want to make sure that everyone's trying to be the healthiest they can be. Thank you. Goodbye.